So reading through, you should read through this little thing. This is the next thing. It goes through the history of JavaScript, and it focuses on ES6, which was released in 2015, which introduces classes and let const. It introduces better promises for async things. It introduces a lot of really useful things. Okay. So there before that, everything before ES6 is must still be maintained, as I said in the very first thing, or in the first video. Everything in old, as they say, legacy JavaScript is must be maintained in order for websites to still continue to function. But they introduce, or they're calling it modern JavaScript, I think is what they called it. Modern JavaScript. And it's basically just trying to make it more accessible and easier to work with, because otherwise you have this var greeting function. You haven't learned functions yet. And now you've got this arrow function being the shorthand, although that's not how functions used to be. Classes did technically exist in ES5 and before. You had to use, I don't know when classes really started happening. But before the class keyword, you had to use the function keyword. And then that would introduce or allow you to enter parameters onto the this property or the this keyword. But after ES6, it introduced the class keyword, which allows you to not have to use functions. So yeah, and that's object-oriented programming and stuff like that. There's a lot of really useful things. I would recommend that you just utilize the latest builds for JavaScript and just keep up to date with what's happening new. Make sure that all of your stuff is updated. And what's really cool is if you update to a new version, all of your previous code should still work. There won't be anything like, oh, this is now completely deprecated. It will not continue to function in web browsers. I don't think so. Nothing that is really secure. There are some things that are deprecated. JavaScript. So I think these still continue to work, but they you shouldn't use them. It's kind of like the comment. Oh, you can do comments like that? Huh. Interesting. Didn't know that one. Deprecated features. Yeah, that's a good thing to look through. Just be aware if you see something that is crossed out when you're writing, or if you see something on the MDN docs that says deprecated, there is something else available that you should use, and it is recommending use this instead, because maybe it's a security problem, maybe it's just not performant. In my opinion, they should get rid of the for each method on arrays, or they should deprecate it, because the for loop is better. It is more performant. So you can read through. If you see deprecated, use what it's recommending. And you also have obsolete features. So yeah. Anyway, there you go. Read through this. It's a good thing. And let's go to the next thing.